I'm here pitchside with Hereford assistant manager Kevin Phillips. Probably a draw, a fair result, do you think, today?
On reflection, I think in terms of where we've been and how it's been difficult to get those positive results. It's difficult to say, but relatively happy. Lots of positives in terms of scoring a goal. I think we created some really key moments, and if we're able to execute those key moments, then we're going to be in a better place.
Because chances kept coming, didn't they?
They did, yeah. In terms of the lads' responses and trying to execute the game plan, they've been magnificent over the last few weeks. I think if you're looking at the stats, like I said about key moments, we've really been out-creating than the opposition. But it shows, last week against Kings Lynn, there was nothing between the two teams. Two teams really close together in the table, and again, nothing between the two teams, in my opinion, in terms of just taking those key moments. And it shows how competitive this league is and really how challenging it is week after week.
It's really about making decisive action in both boxes, because you've got to defend, and then when you do get an opportunity, take it.
Absolutely, and we've been working really hard on that over the last couple of weeks, trust me. The guys have, like I say, buying into exactly what we're doing. They've been magnificent in terms of their work ethic and trying to develop and learn, and I think you're seeing some of that on the pitch. In terms of executing what we're asking, they're doing it. We're creating those chances or creating those key moments, and now it's just a case of going the next step. I think the important thing is we're in a good place if we're creating more key moments than the opposition. I felt we did that again today.
Do you feel that the midfield could be a little bit more ambitious, getting into the box in support of the strikers?
Yeah, that's one way of doing it. Attacking midfielders arriving in the box to get goals is something that we've looked at. Also, sometimes when you're so quick down the wing, sometimes they can't catch up. That's something we've spoken about to Miles and Ryan about, maybe trying to delay when we get there and being more patient, playing around the box. I think you saw an opportunity in the first half quite early on where Skipper's had a good chance from just that. Miles has gone down the line. We've come back, recycled it, retained the ball a little bit more in the final third, and then we created a chance. Albeit from outside the box, but it's still a half chance nonetheless.
How are you finding it? Because obviously you've got two twin roles at Hereford and Forest Green. What's the work hours balance like at the moment?
I think anyone who's worked in football understands that work-life balance is a challenge. Luckily, I've got a really supportive partner. She's fantastic, and I've been doing this for a number of years in different places, and she's really supportive, and I think that's key. I know Jan's family is the same, really supportive, and if you've got that, if you've got those people behind you, that are able to lift you when you're down, or keep your feet on the ground when you might be up, and just have that support, it's really helpful, and I'm very grateful for that, and I know Jan is as well. Players
are talking about, we've got to get as many points as possible. I'm sure you as a coaching team have set targets, have you?
Yeah, we've set targets, but it's something that we work on internally rather than externally, and certain things that we'd communicate as staff. But we clearly have the squad and the ability to have more points on the table at the moment. I think you've seen that in terms of the run we've had, where I feel we could have got more from most of these games, but it's growing slowly. It's growing slowly, and like I said, the important thing for me is the key moments. We're creating more than the opposition at the moment. Just need to go that next step.
How does your role dovetail with Jan's? I mean, how does the balance, how does the split of training work?
Well, Jan's a gaffer. He makes the decisions, but I've known him for over 10 years. So we've got a really good working relationship, and we discuss things, and then ultimately, as a staff, actually, not just me and Jan, but we discuss things as a staff, and then ultimately Jan makes those decisions because he's the boss. In terms of training, it's mixed up. So he'll deliver some things, I'll deliver some things. We'll split. We work. As the players, maybe, I feel we work really well together. It's certainly been an enjoyable journey so far.
Is it something that you're both looking at as prospective managers and assistants at Edgar Street into the future, or is it a temporary position?
That's a very clever question, Keith, without sort of putting it too directly. We're here till the end of the season, and that's all we've been told at the moment. It would be wrong of me to answer questions on Jan's behalf, for example, but he's brought me in to support him in this role until the end of the season, and with the new chairman being appointed today, fantastic, by the way, that he spent the time to come down and meet us all after the game. The club's looking to develop and grow and be sustainable, just like he said in his in his interview, you know, and we'll support that for as long as they want us to.
Well, you've got a smile on your face, and that's half the battle in football sometimes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How did it come about that you actually came in? Did Jan just simply ask, will you come and give me a hand?
So I work with Jan on a day-to-day basis at another club and other roles, and we've worked together for a number of years. And yeah, he spoke to me about whether I would be happy to help, and obviously I'm very grateful to the other club that I work at for supporting that. It does, like Keith mentioned, it does make work-life balance a little bit challenging, but like I said, with that support network around you and the support from my other club, it allows it to be possible, and we're certainly not lacking in our commitment to Hereford. You know, it wouldn't necessarily be any different. Obviously, if we were full-time, then that may change things a little bit in terms of how much prep we can do, but we're certainly not missing out on anything with us having dual roles.
And is there anything in particular that you feel you've changed since you've come here?
That would be difficult for me to answer, because obviously I wasn't here before. Jan would have a better experience of that. I know that Jan's worked hard on, you know, creating a positive environment and making sure the players are really clear on what their roles and responsibilities are, and at the same time being able to express themselves and be happy. You know, we're trying to treat people like adults and you know, be modern coaches in the way that we work. And I think so far that's working.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Applause for Mr. Jones before the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if the family is here today, but obviously a really sad time for Mr. Jones's family, and obviously we our condolences goes with them. But I thought it was a testament to the legend that was part of the club to play, what was it, 363 games or something like that, or over 350 games, that he got a really good minute's applause as respect.